I know I said I wasn't gonna update my transition much at all, but um, the day after I made that video, I decided that it was time for me to go and start trying out Tribulus. So now it's my third day on it. So it's even more important for me to be documenting my voice right now, I guess, because it supposedly is going to drop some. I've heard it compared to being like on the first 2 or 3 months of being on T. I don't know. My expectations aren't high for sure. Um, I'm gonna go talk to a professor later in a little bit about more legal stuff in regards to transitioning, and I'm nervous about that. Um, Mihan just left. So a little shout out to you, Mihan. We were talking about, well, I was thinking about my name, which is what I've been thinking about all week, really, and what first name I want, really. And like, talking to Mihan, like, Frankie is, like, it fits me perfectly, but it is kind of a silly name. And, like, if I want to be taken seriously, does that mean I have to use a more serious name? Or anything like that? Um, but Frank, I mean, I like Frank, but I feel like that's too plain of a name, really, for me. Um, or like Francis, or my friend has been focusing more on on Spanish names. So like Francisco, she said I like Francisco, but I feel like people might think that I got it like because I live in San Francisco, something like that. That's the only thing that kind of turns me off from that name. Um, yeah, I mean, I could just stray away from any Frankie variation, really. I don't know if I really want to, and it's more of a struggle with because I'm named after both my grandmothers, and I feel like they'll be not hurt necessarily, but I'll feel guilty about that um, because I don't know, because these are family names. Like my first name, there are so many people in my family with the same first name because it's just a family name. And my middle name is my other grandmother's name, and that's where Frankie came from. And because it's Francesca, if you're wondering, because she's pretty Italian. Um, so I was thinking about the name that my parents would have named me if I were born a boy. Um, was Jack Henry. They always said because those are both my grandfather's names, and I like that. Even though Henry, the Spanish version of Henry is Enrique, which is both my dad and my brother's name. And then Henry is my grandfather's name and his first son's name. So I don't know. I really like the name Henry though. And Jack I love. But I don't know if I am a Jack. I mean, let me know if you think so. But I don't really feel connected to that name a lot. But I like that idea of still incorporating family into the name. Um, Another idea that I've been floating around is maybe asking my parents what they think for a name, even though they still call me by my childhood nickname, as a lot of people still do. I put it on Facebook, like about what I like if anyone had any ideas for another name for me, and I was overwhelmed by the number of, oh, it doesn't matter if you change your name, you'll always be childhood nickname, or you'll always be the girl down the street. And I mean, I appreciate how nice everyone was, but it hurts. It does. Um, yeah. Okay. So I got to think more about my name because I've never gone by my first name ever. Like, I think for maybe a few months when I switched middle schools, I went by my birth name because I was too awkward and no one had known me by my childhood nickname and I didn't know what else to go by until someone finally realized that, hey, my middle name could be nicknamed as Frankie. And yeah, it stuck. And I've gone by Frankie since I was 12. And it just fits. Whenever people would ask me why I go by Frankie, I'd be like, do I look like an Elizabeth? No, I never did. So, yeah, I don't know what to do about names, but I'll float around ideas. And if you have any name that you think would fit me well, I'd like to hear it. Do you like my muscle? Just kidding. Okay, I'm gonna go make breakfast now.